Alright, so before we get into this video, real quick, as a disclaimer, there's a reason why I don't do scripts. I do not do scripts at all. I like to go ahead and speak my mind and so forth. And I thought I was clear in the last video, but some people mentioned I was not that clear. I thought I was like very transparent with my statements because it was just a very simple, minute thing. People think it's a lot more bigger of an issue than it actually was. So, just a disclaimer there. Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Tributron, and today we will be discussing the many changes that will be happening in this channel. Now, if you are not aware yet, there has been an ongoing occurrence of my builds being sold by a few sellers online without my permission. This isn't new, as it has happened years ago with prices being up in the hundreds, of which does not match with the net value of my builds, or more specifically, Makuta Teridax with the Shadow Hand, which has fewer pieces than the Ussa Nui from 2003. People have been selling this build for up to 400 AUD, and unfortunately people have bought it for that price multiple times. Some people, you know who you are, have mentioned that it would be unlikely for anyone to spend hundreds for one of my builds, yet people have too many times. I didn't bring this up before because I thought it was a one-time occurrence, but it has been happening again recently. My builds are meant to be open access and free to build. We will be discussing the new changes that have been happening as of today and later on in this video. Now, I understand that not everyone will have all the pieces, but at the time of this video, at 2003, Makuta goes for an average of 40 USD on Bricklink, which means at most anyone should only be paying for just under double at maximum to make my rendition of the character, as it is mostly just a lot of pins and axles and sockets that make up most of the bulk of the parts count, elements you can get for dirt cheap today. With the current sales that have been happening without my consent and at high prices, I have reviewed everyone's suggestions and received a lot of great ideas from all of you. And thank you all for your kind support in that regard. As of now, all of my how-to videos that have been taken down have been moved to members only on YouTube, though there is now a paywall. You can still access all my how-to videos for free if you don't want to support me that way. Down below, you can go to my Discord or any of my socials to request for the how-to videos on Google Drive. But to ensure that no one else besides the person who requests them has access, you, my fellow compatriot, would have to request for access to the folder. It's a two-step verification to ensure that you and only you have access. So yeah, instructions are still free and you don't have to pay for it. You only just have to go through yours truly. Now, even though instructions are for free, with some hassle, I have reactivated my Patreon. Now, there have been a lot of changes to my page, mainly being the perks you get for becoming a Patreon. For just $1, you can request what you would like to see at the end of every month. That includes build requests or anything art related, so long as it isn't behind the scenes related. Speaking of, for only $5 USD a month, you can get to see all the wacky things that I have been working on, including extended depths, behind the scenes, development from prototypes, play features, and more. And finally, for $15 a month, you will be able to get your hands on a custom Bionicle polybag. Rest assured, most of them would most likely be if a Bionicle were a fidget toy, if you know me when it comes to functions. Now, I didn't add this in the script because I wanted to go ahead and speak freely about it, unscripted, but I noticed a few people were mentioning about thinking that there was some legal action happening. I think it was mainly because of the thumbnail. They saw the cease and desist and thought there was like a lawsuit or copyright, trademark, what have you. It's none of that. as the artist, have the rights to my own work. All right, and the cease of desist just simply means, hey, me as the artist is asking you to stop, to cease. Or you know, activate crab meme where it's like silence liberal. You know, just cease, just stop. That's all that it was. Just for me to say, hey, stop it. Without just using the word stop it. You know, I feel like cease and desist is a good way to be like, oh, maybe I should not sell this person's work without asking their permission to. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Again, if you don't want to join me on either YouTube membership or Patreon, you can still access the how-tos by contacting me through any of my socials down below, excuse me. And to all of those that keep selling all my mocks, stop it. Get some help. Anyways, happy building and play well, everyone. Bye, guys.